All right, we got some shit to clear up. I'm still doing some more research and studying and whatnot to put all these pieces to the puzzle together. But let me let you know what I found out thus far, right? So, I was being energetically stalked by who I thought was my divine masculine, and also energetically stalked by who was actually with my divine masculine, and using black magic on him as well as me, and as well as I don't know how many other people. And this is happening all over the world. This will be internationally known on the microphone, spiritual microphone drop. Okay? Whew. It's mind-blowing to me. But as it is, I put my Virgo senses to use. And this girl just won't stop. This karmic 111 on the phone as I just got done speaking that. And 109 on the clock as well. So that's 10. This shit coming into an end. All right. So those are happening. And I just want to say right here and right now, unfortunately, due to the black magic, because it will be returned to sender, and because demons were summoned, and to this degree profusely, that this information will be mind-blowing. But like I said, I share a lot of content, more content on my Facebook because it's easier. But I found a way right now, at least, to make an extended video so I can share it to YouTube. Request my my YouTube page, my Facebook page, which would be Illest Tyler. Illest is spelled with a I. Illest, Tylor. Now, this is why these things have been easily manipulated, because people have been using their spiritual gifts in the wrong way by spiritually stalking, as well as gang stalking, and setting up other chain of events to happen and causing confusion in the tarot community. Unfortunately, but this is the age of Aquarius, and things that I spoke on in Facebook was because of their summonings for these demons, and because they couldn't pay their debt in some type of form or fashion or way. When you cannot pay your debt to these demons, the devil, whatever, then you will actually be able to see that these people will be possessed, no matter how much they have a smile on their face, no matter how much they try to fake, and whatnot. All of this information will be brought to the forefront, and they will be exposed by names, by these turns of events. This will be the spiritual community, God, the universe, the true universe, the Most High, will be known who the true God is, and how you truly can free yourself, first and foremost, your natal chart, and breaking generational curses. But these people, these beings, will be embodied by the same demons they have summoned. And because of the lies said and whatnot, and all the chaos and confusion, Spirit is saying, yes, this is correct. That it's karmic debt being paid. You reap what you sow. So, karmic justice is here for all and all for one. If you are not universally aligned, get in alignment. Do your own self-healing, your own self-work. Do not buy, do not purchase anyone else's salt baths. None of that. Don't do it. Do it yourself. I had to learn how to do it myself for not only my own protection, but for my own healing journey to actually take place and to be a pure heart. To have the best intentions for everyone in this world was my ultimate goal, first and foremost, is why I was and how I am awakened. It is my soul's journey. So, what has happened is this divine masculine, like all of us and me, and what I was saying on another video before it was cut off, is, I had sexual trauma from my sister that I grew up in the house with, which is my adopted sister. I had sexual trauma from a cousin that lived in Texas, or she probably does still live in Texas. I had sexual trauma from a neighbor. It was just improper, mannerisms to be used for a child. But all of these events also still happen in my adult life. I was also drugged and raped when I moved and was kicked out of my home because of my adopted sister. She was pregnant. My mom thought I was going to fight her, which that is not my moral standards to fight any woman that is pregnant at all. So I was kicked out, and then that's when that rape happened. And, that had some type of effect, I'm pretty sure, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally on my ex-husband, which caused him triggered traumas and him to do things that he did unconsciously, which, we never went through counseling in order to heal that. So I ended up having to leave him, and, unfortunately, he still is unhealed. I hope that he gets counseling because, all of this that I've been put through is unfair, as well as for my children. That's the truth. Spiritual justice is like, when spirit, the Most High, is communicating with you, Mother, Father, God, you will have nose itching as confirmation, like that's the truth. That is like the sword of truth in tarot. So that happened, and I was set up, like I've talked about on my Facebook. I don't know if I mentioned it on my YouTube, but I was set up with a PI, a private investigator. He was sent to me. He was a warlock. Hopefully he changes and does right what he needs to do. In some type of way, form or fashion he has, but that can teeter-totter on being exposed, because different emotions being, I don't want to be exposed, but it's like you're better off exposing yourself and telling the truth in order to finish out your karmic debt from your past lives, from current life, to have a better future, and to not put this karma on your freaking children first and foremost, because then your children have to suffer, unfortunately, from the karmic debt that you build up. So this karmic could possibly die from, like I've known that this was going to happen a whole year beforehand. And it's just, being in tune with tarot. The timeline doesn't always match up, but when you do the work, then it will. But then you have to know your energy. You have to know the people energy around you. You have to know all kind of stuff. You have to be in tune with your feelings. You have to have cleansing, and this is why being a A vegan is very imprudent, but also there are demonic beings that are vegan, so don't get that fucking twisted, which I'm getting to that point as well. Your full-blown intent is crucial and prudent to how you in your heart will be weighed by Ma'at, the original law, that the secondhand law that we live by in this realm, in this 3D realm on earth, was made off of. Now, if you go study the Ma'at laws and you come into alignment with yourself and you do what you need to do, know that sacrifices are to be celebrated. They are to be upheld and of a light nature, not to be killed. There's a difference between the sacrifice that we've been taught and the sacrifice that was of original law. Okay? So knowing all of this is very prudent and important to know the light and the dark side, angels and demons, okay? So, to my true divine masculine, I was tricked and deceived into thinking, because of the spiritual stalking and the way they were setting things up, all based off of what they seen me watching, based off of what they knew I was feeling, because they were so tapped into me, as well as sexually, energetically being tied and doing demonic, dark magic on my divine masculine, and also spiritually stalking them when, they weren't physically around. Infinite Waters was actually caught spiritually stalking me, and was the truth. Was just caught because he would actually be manipulating things that I would say and then make a video the next day or that same day as to things I would speak about on my Facebook. So this is how I know he was spiritually stalking me. Not only that, through tarot readings I was watching, and then other tarot readers I was watching that were of a demonic force that tried to set me up with this demon. So I thought Infinite Waters was my divine masculine. He's not my divine masculine. He is not. So this thing has been going on, and you can't kill anybody to get their powers. You can probably try to see what they're doing, to see how they work. That's about it. Because what's internal, right? Because what's internal cannot, that's their blueprint. That's their green print. That's their pink print. That is their yellow print. Whatever kind of print that God sent them through, that is their print. And whatever path they choose, that is the path that they chose. It doesn't mean that it's going to work for you, because what are your true heart's intentions is the difference between dark and light. Okay? So, unfortunately, there has been plenty of people that have had to go through the turmoils of this chaos and confusion, of these different demons, and people that were blamed unjustly and harshly. But all in all, God has the last saying and ruling of what is and what is not to happen, and what justice will be brought. This is why, I've been put in a place to have more peace to myself, because of so much demonic witchcraft and tampering being done on me, my chakras, my light body, my aura, and things that I do and function with in everyday life. This is what they'll do to try to bring you to a psychopathic mind frame. And I wasn't even trying to say that. So this is spirit. a psychopathic mind frame, a suicidal mind frame. And luckily, when I changed my diet and I started doing all my cleansing spiritually and breaking my generational curses, this also helped me break out of those thoughts, because I never took action to actually go through suicide. 1, 2, 3 on the phone. 6, balance. Bringing things into balance for myself, which also brings balance into my children and my future generations. Okay, so with doing this, it had to be balanced out this way. And those who have passed on come back to help us to create and cut down the illusion of what these demonic forces have been put up, by way of knowing oligarchy. He also plays mind games and manipulation. Nobody is supposed to be going on a spaceship. Our light body will be able to do that. Our body, the more light we are and we empower ourselves, we can actually fly in the physical. We don't need an airplane or anything like that, a spaceship, because spaceships are acidic, man-made. They pollute the air. They a symbolism of a bombing, plane crashes, was not meant to be. That's how they also sacrifice people and build up other illusions. For instance, like Aaliyah, her body, they tampered with her. And I got to go more into that, because I got to talk to her deeply about that personally, one-on-one, to get more detail. But the thing is, they also go into your dreams, and they will try to poison you in your dream state. They will try to torture you in your dream state and do certain things in order to truly be able to sacrifice you, to make it look like a natural cause, like a heart attack, or they just passed on by natural causes. No, because I guarantee you, if you know, or if you are able to tap in spiritually to these type of things, you could be able to find out this information as well. For those of us that do light work, that are true light workers. They don't want me to get this information out, but I don't give a damn, because time is up. Time is motherfucking up. It's being passed up. It's the end of the month. You got to protect yourself. You have to change your schedule. You have to do things that you probably never even thought about thinking to do. Divine Masculine. You have a tracker on your car and phone as well. Hidden cameras, so you would need to go get all new things, and don't tap back into your old Gmail, because that is also tapped. That's how I'm still being tracked. My nose is peeling, y'all. It's like summer for real. Well, it's only gonna get hotter, because everybody is starting to wake up. So the temperature is going to change, because our internal bodies are changing. We are actually waking up to the truth, which is their ultimate fear, because in being in loving nature and being forgiving, because forgiveness is the main key to go on to new earth. Those are the only energies that will make it to the next level. Okay? Spirit. So always divinely guide and protect yourself as you need to be. Okay? Right. Look the information up. The information is free. So you can freely do it to yourself. Focus your intent and do so. As you want to forgive, you want to heal, you want to cut ties with any lower level vibrational energies that may be trying to trick you or whatever or not, as for them to be exposed, and you will be great and on your way to healing. Now, On to the next message. This karmic energy does not proclaim herself to be Hispanic nor of Indian or African descent. They proclaim themselves to be white, which a lot of mixed breeds do because they feel, because of their skin color and because of whatever attention that they may get from them being of lighter color. Like, we know we've all been deceived. Like, we know racism is also in the melanated color skin of people. This is how they diversify us, right? As lighter is better. Lighter is not fucking better at all. It all depends on that person's true intent and how they truly feel, which a lot of people smile in your face and the whole time they want to take your place. You can't take a divine being's place. You can only take your own place in being a divine being. That's it. Archangel Michael, come through, Reiki Ring of Fire, please and thank you. Archangel Raphael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Shemael, Archangel Uriel, come through, Reiki Ring of Fire, please and thank you. Send away any and all negative energies, please and thank you. Return them to sender from whence they came from, right back to them, please and thank you. And be with me in the space as I channel this message. Thank you. So, as well as my ancestors and spirit guides, elementals, ascended masters of the highest white light and order, please and thank you. Mother, Father, God, the highest white light and order, please and thank you. So I had to do that because I was feeling energy coming and trying to harm me. So, confirmation. You try to play me, that's confirmation. You stuck. Yeah. So, what is going and what was happening is they're trying to set up my divine masculine to hate me, to think that I was doing dark demonic energy, which I do not mess with at all in any form of way. But it was sent here to transmute it, to expose it, is my purpose and my duty as an earth angel. Okay? So they are trying to set up my divine masculine and destroy his reputation, which I will not be a part of destroying his reputation. There was things that I was told that, like I said, I thought one was my divine masculine, and it wasn't. So that is the gist of that, which is why more research is being done to actually fit the pieces to the puzzle of who was actually being deceitful. All right. Right. So, like, they do weird things. Like, if you start breaking out, do you know, like, that's when somebody's doing picture magic, and then they've been doing picture magic on my kids and all kind of other shit, and y'all just don't know. Y'all about to be so exposed. All of y'all, most of y'all being exposed anyway already. So, like I spoke on the Creator Circle and how that Reiki healer did me. She is also from Florida. So, So, for all these things, but trying to destroy my divine masculine because of the life path that he chose to be in this time and space. Because they knew his life path, they knew his life purpose, they knew his natal chart. And when they do this and when they gain access to it, unfortunately, this is how they can manipulate your life, how they can destroy your life, how they can try to destroy your life, how they can try to kill you, and or cause you trauma in order for you to stay in a lower vibration. So it is very important not to stay in a low vibration. Be there, grieve, move on. Do your best. Every day do something positive. Spiritual bath, spiritual cleansing, putting your feet in the earth, white and light candles, Archangel Michael prayers. These are things to help protect you and to guide you on how to discern. Okay? So, these things I can see through. It does not bother me because I know fully now, and have been for a minute, how black magic works. It's like not hating the person, but hating the actions that were taken because of the setup. So things that I have said, things that I have done in order to hurt other people that really had best intention for me, as opposed to, turning my back on people that were really there to help me. And like I said, this was a part of the setup. This is a part of their print to help us along in our spiritual growth. And also, these are lessons. You take your lessons and make them into blessings. Take your lemons and make lemonade. Fuck the rest. Because the more you stay in a mindset and a being of not your true temple path, not your true path that God made for you, the more you stay into that, the more you will suffer. The more heartache and turmoil you will endure. Remember, the traumas that they set up for us to stay in and to, just to break out of those, it's going to piss them off. To be exposed, it's going to piss them off. So, it's like the way they set up the illusions, the way they set up the traumas, the way they set up all of these different things and have us in this so-called moral standard of out of our own spirituality and acidic as to what is alkaline to us is what the big trick of them siphoning our energy and keeping us going back into this death and rebirth of karmic ties and karmic cycles. These karmics are meant to help us elevate, and we are meant to come into alignment with our higher self and spirit. Our higher self and did I get it? Nope. My nose is peeling like crazy. So we're meant to take these lessons and expose them. Because for one, they try to say God is not real. God doesn't exist, right? When God is real, God does exist. But not in the religious form of what they perceive it and what they make it out to be. That's not the truth. So our life journey and our life purposes are to take these karmic experience and expose them and to tell our stories and the truth, so to set everybody free. Pardon the Red Sea, being Moses, being what's her name, Harriet Tubman, being these true kings and true pharaohs from the fake ones that have been put into place, from the ones that have been manipulated to be karmic when they were truly angels, but now they're fallen angels. We can only hope that they change, or that they want to rehabilitate themselves, right? I know that my karmic, oh shit, I know that probably was karmic, but my divine masculine was also set up to sell his soul and tricked and manipulated. But it's not that you can, God has a way of exposing the truth to set people free. So focus more on that as opposed to focusing on what had happened, because focusing more on the path and being more up in your mind and not actually taking action is the big distraction, is going to be your downfall, is going to be the thing to deter you from your life path and purpose, to keep you from your wealth, to keep you from things that you can transmute into what God is giving you to have heaven on earth. That is your heaven on earth. So why would you deter it? Why would you not expose it? Because we've been taught to be ashamed. I have no more shame. They have. But how does that saying go? They have taken, just about everything from me but myself and my soul. They can't do that. And that's all we will have within us. Left is our souls. Our souls are transmute about this body, and go to live on. Where do you want to go to live on? Do you want to go live on into this same cycle that you came from, that you just went through? Or do you want to heal, be better, and be greater, and fight through addictions, fight through, whether it be drugs, sex, anything that has happened? This is why I don't care what people say about me. What they eat don't make me shit. And that's just the true facts of it. It don't matter how much money they got. It don't matter how much morals they say they got. It don't matter how many houses, how many cars, how many kids they ain't got. That does not matter. What matters most at the end of the day is what you feel and what you think about yourself. At the end of the day, you're going to erase everything else. It don't exist. And it's not going to exist as long as you keep dwelling and staying in that mindset of lack, because that is true lack. That is spiritual lack. This is in your dreams. That is your true waking state. That is past lives that you have lived. That is past lives that you have lived, prophetic things that are to come. These are, illusions that we didn't know how to see through before. But now as we are growing, as we are healing, and as we are transmuting our negative energy into positive energy, making our lemons into a lemonade, and letting go and forgiving from the past, is prudent and is substantial to your growth and healing. So the more that we do this, the more wealth that we will truly obtain and be able to keep and have. This is what that is about. Prime example.